What's going on, everybody? This is the Chop and Slice podcast. I am one of the co-hosts, Michael, and this is
Brandon.
We are here to review Jeepers Creepers Reborn, which is unfortunate that he was reborn. I wish he stayed dead. So, we are here to break it down, tell you guys our thoughts about the pile of garbage, and we'll get into everything, give you our ratings and whatnot. So, the movie starts off with an older couple. They are driving down the road, just talking about whatever. Then they are followed by this truck.
And it looks like a piece of shit.
It's a red truck, which looks like garbage. And then they later see him, which would be the creeper, dumping bodies down a shaft or whatever.
Kind of opening up like the first a little bit.
Yeah, it was a ripoff of the first. Then, they're like, oh, we got to go and inspect. So they go back to where he was dumping the bodies. And it turns out to be like a reenactment video, a retelling of what happened to that couple. Then this is when we get into... We see our two main characters, Lane and Chase.
Yeah, Lane and Chase.
They're just driving, cruising, talking about going to this festival or whatever. We see them going to
this antique store.
They go into the antique store.
They go into this antique store and they find like this voodoo lady or whatever. It's kind of like the other lady from the first movie.
She's like she can tell
but she's like part of this cult thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't quite understand it.
The main point is she knew the chick was pregnant, and thought it would be good for the creeper to capture.
I guess like she was like for a sacrifice or something.
Yeah, and it makes zero sense. They don't explain why he needs a unborn child.
And why does Jeepers Creepers have to work with like a cult?
Yeah,
like,
enough with this cult crap.
Yeah, I've just about had enough of this like cult bullshit.
Then after that, we do get basically the telling that he kills every 23 days or whatever. It's the whole blah 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 from the first and second one.
It's 23 years. Yeah,
23 years, every 23 years. Then we later see the Jeeper the Creeper, whatever, the Jeeper Creeper, come out of like his cocoon. He just happens to be coming out of his cocoon.
That was actually pretty interesting, I'd say. Because we've never really seen that before.
Yeah, and I wish I never saw it to begin with. Then after that... he kills this random dude that's friends with Laney, like, in the woods. He's just randomly in the woods. I have no idea why. I think maybe they're gonna meet up somewhere at the festival. And then Laney and Chase go into this hotel, creepy-looking hotel.
Yeah, she was looking pretty good in that Freddy Krueger shit.
Yeah, she was trying on a bunch of different clothes. We see Chase give some cringy dialogue. She's like, "What are you gonna wear?" And
this
he's like,
T-shirt.
But just not any T-shirt.
This T-shirt.
And it was like
that was so dumb. Like, okay.
They go to this festival with like 10 people there. We see a dude dressed up as Michael Myers. I think some dude dressed up as Pennywise. There was like a bunch of throwbacks to that. which was cool, I guess. I don't know what.
Wait, I think there was like a scene in there where Jeepers Creepers, like where you see him driving down the road and like he comes out and like there's like this big explosion, and he's like walking away from this explosion like he's fucking Liam Neeson or something.
Yeah.
It just looks so stupid.
And he looked like the dude from I Know What You Did Last Summer, the way he's dressed up with the hat.
Yeah, kind of.
Let's get to the Creeper. The Creeper looked like garbage.
I would agree.
And he had the nicest pearly whites ever. He's just sitting there
Just
brushing
didn't
his
look.
teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked terrible. So we see our main characters, Lane and Chase, go to this festival. They win a raffle. They enter a raffle.
But it was kind of rigged.
It was rigged to get them into the haunted house. So the whole festival is set up by this cult. And that the Creeper's working with. I guess they're like teamed up somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't understand any of this movie. So they go into this haunted house. Like if they escape the haunted house, they get money or some crap.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's where the Creeper starts haunting. It's like them and a group of a couple other douchebags. And like one other chick. One dude thought he was like Rambo or something, which was weird. There is a pretty gnarly kill where he throws this axe through this dude, or was it the chick?
I think it was the dude.
It was the dude. He throws the axe through the dude. And then he later kills on one of the chicks.
Yeah, there's a scene where he's like peeling this one guy's head off.
One chick.
Yeah, it was the chick. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Then we see that the Creeper like has a screech that he can like make people go deaf.
I actually found that kind of interesting. I kind of like the whole screech thing because it's kind of like, that's kind of the way a tiger hunts. When it roars, it like stuns its prey. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Not saying the movie was good. This movie sucked, but
yeah, this movie is absolute.
Definitely like the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Then he continues to haunt and stalk or whatever. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, the Creeper looked like shit. It was like he looked very cartoony. It was like. Yeah, and let's talk about like the animations in this. Like, did they not have like the budget to film this movie at night?
I think the money I spent on renting this movie is more than what their budget was for this movie. Like literally, this movie, I think I could have made. I literally believe this. I could have produced a better Jeepers Creepers than this.
Anybody could.
To me, this didn't even have to be Jeepers Creepers. You could have literally put any character, just a random dude. It did not have to be the Creeper. And then you would see later in some scenes like him have this like first person like view of him like using his like X-ray or whatever. I don't know. It was weird. Yeah. This movie was terrible. So they later fight the main character. Well, we see her tied up. He somehow gets a hold of her, ties her up.
Yeah, he like stabs her, I think, on the side.
Yeah, ties her up onto like this chamber. You see the cult come in or whatever.
Again, I still have no idea what's going on with this cult thing. I don't know what their mission is. I don't know what the deal is with this cult. Like, I don't know if she's being offered as a sacrifice and why the Creeper is working with them. It's like whenever they do cult shit, everything just goes south.
Yeah, don't do no more cults. No more cults of Myers. No more cults of Chucky's. No more cults of Creepers.
Don't even get me started on Cult of Chucky.
Just no more cults. No more cults. So yeah, this movie. And then we see them fight the Creeper. She escapes somehow. I think. I don't even remember, to be honest. She escapes. She then says, "Let me show you these peepers."
Well, before that, they kind of put together like a plan to distract the Creeper.
Yeah.
So that way she can get outside for whatever reason. So that way the creeper can then follow her outside, and then that way they can climb this thing to throw this big antenna at him like it's fucking Thor's Millionaire or something. Did you see the way that was shot?
Yeah. Everything in this movie is green screen. Like, literally, the outside, it looks so bad.
That looked like shit, bro. Wow. Remember we had to keep rewinding that?
And looking at the budget, I guess it was around $5 million.
Doesn't look like $5 million budget.
Yeah, I don't know where they spent that $5 million at. I have no idea. They had no popular actors. There's nobody that I remember. It's just B-rated as hell.
And also, let's talk about Lane and Chase. No chemistry with those characters whatsoever.
The dialogue is just terrible. I don't want to hate on the actors or anything, but it was not a good performance by anybody in that movie. Everybody's performance in that movie sucked.
Yeah.
And I would be ashamed to be even a part of that movie. I don't care if it's your first movie, because that might be your first movie.
That would be your last movie if that was your first movie.
Yeah, everything was green screened. It looked like garbage. The house looked fake.
The cop cars looked fake in the end.
I think the cop cars were fake.
Yeah, that looked totally animated.
Yeah, everything looked animated, green screened. CGI was terrible. Everything was terrible. I have zero things to, good things to say about this movie. Then they let you they fight him off. They somehow throw the spear through him,
and that like kills him or whatever. But wait, no.
We think it kills him. Man, we were on the edge of our seats.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, did it actually kill him? And then no, you later see him. Ah!
You know, they got some fucking nerve, man.
Yeah. He pops
to
back
suggest
up.
that he's coming back. Like, he better not be.
Yeah, I don't... Alright, this was supposed to be a planned trilogy, I guess. Well, that plan is over. This is the worst, receptive, response to a movie I've ever seen. I had no expectations going into it. I loved the first and second movie. I always will. I'll always be a Jeepers Creepers fan. This to me is not even, and I hate that it even has a Jeepers Creepers name. There's zero to do with the original Jeepers Creepers in here. They just ripped off the lore of the 23 years, 23 days he eats and whatever. They ripped off everything. The movie sucked. The truck sucks. He sucks. The people suck. The cult sucks. The movie sucks.
Yep.
And
just everything about it. And normally, like me, I can usually find quite a few good things to say about movies, but this is just one of those where, like, yeah, some of the kills were gnarly and stuff. You know, I try to look at the positives, but there's really nothing going positive going into this movie. That's just, I would definitely suggest not watching it. You know?
And I feel bad for anybody that went and bought a ticket.
Yeah.
And got popcorn and all that and sitting there.
Was this even at the theater? I don't know.
Yeah, it was limited time, 3 days.
Shouldn't even had a day.
Didn't even have a screening. It was bad. I even thought maybe, man, should I go see this at the movie theater? I like Jeepers Creepers. The trailer looked like garbage, so I was like not intrigued by that. And not to hate on any of the studio or the director or anything, but this was a poorly directed, produced movie. And I honestly think they should be ashamed that they put this out. I mean, how does any studio go, yeah, let's put this out?
Yeah, how can someone look at this product, okay, and be proud of what they've done? Yeah, let's release this to the public. Like,
yeah, I have no idea. Unfortunately, this movie sucked. Like, I think I said that about 5 million times. I hate that I even spent money on it. It wasn't worth it. The movie should be available free everywhere.
It shouldn't even be here.
Yeah, it should be banned.
You know, and I felt like, we wasted our time even taking notes on this for this video. You know,
Yeah.
fucking, because there's no way I'm watching this again.
I will never watch this movie ever again.
No.
This is literally, I think, the worst movie I've ever personally seen. Quality-wise, it is the worst. Absolute worst movie I've ever seen. Blair Witch is handheld. That looks better shot than this movie.
I can even go with that, and I hated the Blair Witch Project. Sorry, I know that's controversial, but
the Blair Witch is a better produced and filmed movie.
Even I can go along with that. Yeah.
So, eventually we will be reviewing the OG, the real Jeepers Creepers, the first and second,
And the third. We'll do the third too.
and the third, which, but the first and second are definitely, I love the first and second. They were scary. They were good. They were action packed. They had story. The creeper,
And was just downright creepy.
yeah.
You know?
The original is a masterpiece. I put it up there with any first installments of any slasher horror film.
Ooh, that's going pretty
Well,
high
I said
up
I put
there.
it up there. I don't say it's the best, but it's
above.
with those.
but- Okay.
It competes with those. The original Creepers is a fantastic movie.
Would you give this
film.
rating?
Give it a whopping 0 of 10. There is nothing I can't even give it a 0.5. There's just no quality of this movie I like. I said the best thing I saw was, I think, that there was a Michael Myers mask. And that's not giving me that ain't getting me up there. This is literally the worst movie I've ever seen. Horror or not, this has to be it. I've seen fan-made films 20 billion times better than this movie. This is a disgrace. It shouldn't have been allowed to be in theaters. They con people out of their money, which, pisses me off. Oh, buy this. No, you're conning people out of your money. Everybody that bought a ticket, that rented this movie, should be given a refund immediately. I can't believe if they made money off this film, that is a absolute disgrace. And if they
They should give it back.
They should give all the money back, offer a refund to everybody that bought a ticket. The movie theaters should be disgraced for even allowing
Showing
this movie to be in their movie theater. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. It is a pile of heaping garbage. I will never see it again. I don't even want to think about it ever again. After this podcast is over, this movie will be out of sight, out of mind. I will never think about it again. And if they even dare to make a second one, I swear to God, I will be getting a protest started. All that. This movie is so bad. So bad. I'm mad that I even seen it one time. Waste of my time. And I'm glad. I do have one thing to say about this movie.
What is that?
It was quick.
Right, that is another one of the good things about this movie. That
went by quick.
It went by quick.
As bad as it was, it did go by quick.
Because there's only 5 scenes in the movie,
Very much. 5. There was no scenes that even mattered, but 5 scenes in the movie. Yeah, terrible movie. All right, Brandon, give your honest rating.
Honest rating, yeah, I guess I'll go up 0.5 on this one. Because again, only good things about this movie was it went by quick. Some of the kills were pretty gnarly. I did kind of like how we're seeing kind of Jeepers Creepers Reborn. And another reason why I am giving this movie a 0.5 is because there is one movie out there, not going to say what it is, there is one movie out there that just manages to be even worse than this one. So I am going to save that 0 rating for that movie, and I will let you know what movie that is when it comes. So,
Yeah.
do we have any like closing statements?
If you guys even, I know we're putting this out a bit later than what the movie came out. If you guys have thoughts about maybe should I see it? No, you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't.
You should not see this movie. Please don't waste your money renting it. If it's available for free, don't see it. I don't care. If you want to have a laugh, there is one funny thing where they throw that thing that Adam, I don't even, spear or whatever, telephone pole, whatever the hell it was. I don't know what it was, dude.
I think it was like some sort of antenna.
Antenna, whatever, across, I think maybe. I don't know what. I don't know.
I don't
It
care.
looked like garbage. Yeah, I don't care.
Also, yeah, if you just happen to be walking on the street and you happen to just see the movie there, stumble across it on the sidewalk, just burn it. You know.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like burn it like to your computer. I mean like burn it like in a fire pit. Like this movie was just god awful. Just stay away from it. It's probably best.
Please don't ever see it. I'm so disappointed. And now we usually discuss where we see the franchise going. I have no idea. Victor Salva, you know, his issues. I don't see them continuing the original franchise. This might be the end. This might have just ruined any desire for me to even see the character come back in any shape or form. I don't know. It might be the end.
So, yeah, that leaves our overall chop and slice rating at a 0.5.
Yeah, 0.5 of 20. And
yeah, just god awful. Just
yeah, here's our review in 2 words. God awful.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. And yeah, we're going to have to cut this review a little short. It's not going to be quite as long because there's just really nothing to say about
There's
this
no
movie.
positives in this movie. Man, I wish they could have got 1, 2, and 3, and then if we could have seen a 4th. Because, man, 1 and 2 are just so epic and classic. I love Justin Long in those movies, in the first. He made an appearance in the second, but I love him in the first. There was no, like, Justin Long in this. This was just, like, yeah, there's nothing else to say.
Yeah, just don't buy the movie and just let us know in the comments, you know, what you thought of the movie.
Give us your opinions on what you think of the movie and what you thought of our review. Like and subscribe, please. That helps out the channel. Thank you guys for supporting Chop and Slice. Many more reviews to come. We promise. We promise. We'll keep the content coming. And we'll start reviewing some good movies. You know, we just reviewed the old Halloween, which I love. We reviewed Halloween 2. So, our first review ever was Halloween Ends. That one sucked, but so we're on a good steady path. We're gonna keep watching the movies, new releases, old releases, old movies, new movies, a mix. We're gonna keep the releases coming. So, hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. Like I said, like and subscribe, and we'll be back, guys.
Peace.
Peace. Beware of the creeper. Beware of this movie.